Hello, welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Ndichu and this is African Pot, and we're going on with our breakfast series, and today we're going to be making blueberry muffins. Now the reason as why I decided to do this breakfast muffins is because I wanted to fancy it up kidogo. So I'll be using powdered sugar, which I know is not typical, but it's because I want a soft topping. And the reason as why I'm using the powdered sugar is because I noticed when I use my kawaida granulated sugar, which is usually brown, okay, the one at least I get from my shop, it gives me a crunchy top, which I'm really not a fan of. No, that is the brown sugar that I'm talking about. It gives me a crunchy top and I'm not a fan of that. But if you want a crunchy top, by all means go ahead. So I'll be using 1 cup of powdered sugar. Also, I'll be writing the ingredients down in the box, the description box, so don't worry if I do not mention it. I'll be using 1 cup of powdered sugar and 175 grams of margarine. Also, you can use butter if you're using butter, or whatever else substitute that you're using for butter or margarine. So I'll be using 175 grams and I'm whisking it here until it becomes smooth. Now, sijui naniambia nitumie whisk because it takes a lot of energy, but if you have that energy, if you have the elbow grease, by all means go ahead. But I decided to switch to my hand mixer, and you can use also a stand machine if you have one, but I'll switch to my hand mixer because this took a lot of work. Now, as you can see, this is the consistency that we want. Once we do that, we're going to be adding 2 eggs, one at a time. Mix well, then the second egg. Also, sijui nalimesha nitumie mwiko. Wow, I made a lot of dumb decisions over here, but okay, sio dumb because not all people have a stand mixer or a hand mixer. But mimi niliona nimekaa nilitumia energy, but I switched back to the hand mixer. Nikaendelea na stand na whisk. Now the second egg, alafu you should mix them until the mixture is homogeneous. Mix it really well. I'll be adding my vanilla, which is really optional. If you don't vanilla in your muffins, please leave it out, but it's optional, and I love vanilla in my cakes and pastries, so that is why I was adding. So I added a teaspoon of vanilla essence or extract if you're using extract. Hand mixer in the game. Mix it really well. Now if you want to add other spices like lemon, nutmeg, go ahead and do that. I find that lemon brings a really good taste to muffins too, so go ahead and use lemon if you want to, that is. Now for our dry ingredients, I'm going to be using self-raising flour. I'll be using 2.5 cups, that is 375 grams. And if you do not have self-raising, you can use the all-purpose flour with of course like 2 tablespoons, not 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. But because I'm using self-raising, I'll be leaving that out. Now we're going to mix in our dry into our wet. Half by half. We start with the half first, mix it together, then add milk. We're going to be using a cup of milk. Na natumia ile kikombe ya thermos. I know kama mko na thermos. Okay, najua kila mtu anajua kikombe ya thermos vile inakaa, because I'm sure every household has a thermos. So I'm using that cup of thermos. I'll be adding half of the liquid first, alafu nikiongezea unga, I'll add the rest of the milk. And please do not overwork the butter, because I find that when you overwork the butter, you get a chewy muffin, and we don't want a chewy muffin. We want a crumbly, delicious, soft, fluffy muffin, scrumptious muffin. So be very gentle. As you can see, I'm being very gentle. I'll be mixing it, but sita mix excessively because I also want to mix it when I put in the star of the show. And here they go, the blueberries. Now these ones I got from Carrefour. They're fresh blueberries. You can also use frozen if you don't have the fresh ones. So I'll be very, very careful not to run the color of the blueberries in the muffin. So before I put them here, they were in the freezer because when I got them, kuna zingine zilikuwa zimecrash and I didn't want the color to run in the butter, so that is why I put them in the freezer. Now that is a tip if you want, but if you want the color to run in the butter, you can press them, then half of them, then mix them, alafu ongeze now the whole ones if you want your muffins to be purple, you know. But I wanted mine to be white, alafu na some colors of the blueberries. Now we're done mixing, which was very, very quick, and don't overwork it. I will repeat it again because you will get chewy muffins. So as you can see here, I am using 2 spoons to scoop up the butter, but if you have ice cream scooper, the better. But if you don't have, you can see what I'm doing, you can do that too. Now muffins are done. Nimemaliza kuziscoop. Now the reason as to why nimezijaza hivyo is because I want that mushroom top. You know, the classic muffin look yenye ukiangalia inakaa kama mushroom. If you've ever seen a mushroom, you know what I'm talking about. That is why nimezijaza hivyo. But if you don't want that, you can put like 2/3 of the filling into the cups. So but I want a large muffin. You'll see at the end how they will look. So we're going to put them in the oven for 35 minutes in a 190 degrees heated oven. If you're using a fan oven, please put it at 175 degrees. Now this is the end look. Fantastic, and I promise you guys, zilikuwa soft. They were not crunchy as I'm used to having crunchy muffins because of the granulated sugar that I use. Now this powdered sugar gave me a very, very nice soft top. Now this is how they look inside. So delicious. Zilikuwa tamu. I promise you guys, if you follow the recipe, you're going to have the exact nice tasting muffins. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time, bye.